Hello students. In the ongoing series of online classes, let us today study lesson number 1, 3 questions from your course reader Honeycomb. So, this is the first chapter, 3 questions. Now, it is written that the thought came to a certain king that he would never fail if he knew 3 things. What were the 3 things? First one was, what is the right time to begin something? Second, which people should he listen to? And third, what is the most important thing for him to do? So the king, in order to get the answer of these 3 questions, sent messengers throughout his kingdom, promising a large sum of money to anyone who would answer these 3 questions. Many wise men came to the king, but they all answered his questions differently. In reply to the first questions, some said that the king should make a timetable and then follow it strictly. But others said that it was impossible to decide in advance the right time for doing something. So, what should the king do? The king should notice all that was going on, avoid foolish pleasures, and always do whatever seemed necessary at that time. But some others said that the king needed a council of wise men who would help him act at a proper time. But some people said that in order to decide the right time for doing something, it is necessary to look into the future, and only magicians could do that. The king therefore would have to go to the magicians. So these were the answers in response to the first question. Now, in answer to the second question, some said people most necessary to the king were his counselors. Others said the priests, and few others chose the doctors. And yet few others said the soldiers were most necessary. In answer to the third question, some said science, some said fighting, and some said religious worship was the most important thing for him to do. So the answers to his questions were so different that the king was not satisfied and gave no reward. Instead, he decided to seek the advice of a certain hermit who was widely known for his wisdom. The hermit lived in a wood which he never left. He saw no one but simple people, and so the king put on ordinary clothes. And before he reached the hermit's hut, the king left his horse with his bodyguards and went on alone. As the king came near the hermit's hut, he saw the hermit digging the ground. At that time, he was digging ground to sow seeds. The hermit greeted the king and continued digging. The hermit was old and weak, and as he worked, he breathed heavily. The king went up to him and said, "I have come to you, wise hermit, to ask you to answer my 3 questions." And then he told him his 3 questions. The first one was, how can I learn to do the right thing at the right time? Means, what is the right time to do something? Second, who are the people I need most? Who people are most important for me? And the next is, what affairs are the most important? What things I should do? So the hermit listened to the king but did not answer, and he went on digging. The king said that you look tired, so let me do work for you. Let me take the spade and work in your place. So the king started to dig for him. Now, when the king had dug 2 beds, he stopped and repeated his 3 questions. But the hermit gave no answer. He said, "Now you rest and let me work." But the king did not give him the spade and continued to dig. 1 hour passed, then another, and the sun went down behind the trees. And at last the king stuck the spade into the ground and again said, "O wise man, please give me answers to my questions. If you can give me no answer, tell me so that I will return home." So at that time the hermit said, "Here comes someone running." Now come to the second part. The king turned round and saw a bearded man running towards them. His hands were pressed against his stomach, from which blood was flowing. When he reached the king, he fainted and fell to the ground. The king and the hermit removed the man's clothing and found a large wound in his stomach. The man was wounded. The king took out his handkerchief and washed it, covered it, but the blood would not stop, and the king redressed it until at last the bleeding stopped. The man felt better and asked something to drink, and the king brought fresh water. The king, with the hermit's help, carried the wounded man into the hut and laid him on the bed. The man went to sleep, and the king, who was very tired due to the day's work, he also went to sleep and slept through the night. When next morning he awoke, it took him several minutes before he could remember where he was and why he was there. Now, when he looked at the strange man, the man asked for forgiveness. He said, "Forgive me." The king said, "I do not know you and have nothing to forgive you for." The man said that, "You do not know me, but I know you. I am your enemy. Actually, I swore revenge on you because you had put my brother to death and seized my property. I knew that you were here. You had come here alone and decided to kill you, but you did not come during the whole day, and I came out from my hiding place, but your guards recognized me and wounded me, and I escaped from him, but I should have died if you had not dressed my wound. I wished to kill you, but you have saved my life." So he assures the king that if I live, I will serve you as your faithful servant and will order my sons to do so. Do the same. Forgive me. The king was very happy to have made peace with his enemy so easily and to have won him over as a friend. He not only forgave him, but said he would send his servants and his doctor to look after him, and he promised to give back the man his property. Now, leaving the wounded man, the king went out and started looking for the hermit, because at the last time he again wanted to repeat his questions and he wanted to seek answer of those questions. Now, when he came out, he saw the hermit sowing seeds in the beds. He went to him and repeated his questions, and he said, "For the last time, I beg you to answer my questions, wise man." The wise man said, "You have already been answered," said the hermit, still bending down to the ground and looking up at the king as he stood before him. "How have I been answered? What do you mean?" The hermit explains, "Do you not see? If you had not pitied my weakness yesterday and had not dug these beds for me, you would have gone away, and then the man would have attacked you, and you would have wished you had stayed with me. So the most important time was when you were digging the beds, and I was the most important man, and to do me good was your most important business. Afterwards, when the man ran towards the most important time was when you were caring for him, because if you had not dressed his wounds, he would have died without having made peace with you. So he was the most important man, and what you did for him was your most important business. So remember that there is only one time that is important, and that time is now. It is the most important time because it is the only time we have any power to act. So now the present time is the most important time to do anything. Next, the most necessary person is the person you are with at a particular moment, for no one knows what will happen in the future and whether we will meet anyone else or not. So the most important person is the person we are with at a particular moment. And the answer to the third question is the most important business is to do that person good, because we were sent into this world for that purpose alone. So these are the answers to the three questions. What was the answer of the first question? What was the first question? What is the right time to do something? So the right time is now. The present time is the right time to do any work, because it is the most important time, and because it is the only time we have any power to act. We know nothing about the future. So the present time is the best time. The most necessary person is the person we are with at a particular moment, and the most important business is to do that person good, because we have been sent into this world for that purpose alone. We have sent into this world for doing good for others. So these are the answers to the three questions. So I hope, students, you have understood the chapter. If you have any problem, you may talk to me. Thank you.